Okay, Wildcat, so we're going to journal page 15, graphing functions. Domain is the input x values of the function. Range is the output y values of the function. Linear functions. Slope-intercept form is f of x equals mx plus b, where f of x equals y, m equals slope, which is rise over run, and b is the y-intercept 0, y. Standard form is ax plus by equals c, where the slope is negative a divided by b. And the x-intercept is x, 0, and the y-intercept is 0, y. Quadratic function. Standard form is f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where f of x equals y, and c is a y-intercept 0, c. All right, go and finish up looking at your notes. Take a look at example number 1. Graph the function for the given domain. Y equals 2x when the domain is negative 2, 0, 2, 4. Well, domain is x, so the x values are negative 2, 0, 2, 4. Okay, so we're going to input the x into the function, so that's y equals 2 times negative 2, which is negative 4. So the point is negative 2, negative 4. And let's go ahead and graph that. Negative 2, negative 4. All right, then we're going to input 0, so that's y equals 2 times 0, which is 0. So the point is 0, 0, which is right here, 0, 0. Okay, and then we have y equals 2 times 2, which is 4. So that's 2, 4. And then we have y equals 2 times 4, which is 8. So the point is 4, 8. Connect our points to complete the graph. All right, go ahead and finish up example 1. All right, example 3. Graph the function for the given domain. So to graph this, we need to solve negative 2x minus 5y equals 20 for y. So we're going to add 2x to both sides. Well, negative 2x and 2x is 0. You have negative 5y equals 2x plus 20. And then we're going to divide everything by negative 5. Well, anything divided by itself is 1, so you have y equals 2 divided by negative 5x. 20 divided by negative 5 is minus 4. All right, now we notice the domain is negative 5, 0, 5, 10. So we're going to input those values into the function. So we have y equals negative 2/5 times negative 5 minus 4. So we can use our calculator. So we have control divide negative 2 divided by 5. Control divide negative 2 divided by 5, parentheses, negative 5 minus 4, which is negative 2. Okay, so our point is negative 5, negative 2. So negative 5, negative 2. Okay, then we plug in 0. Okay, well, negative 2/5 times 0 is 0, so that's just left with negative 4. Okay, so then our point is 0, negative 4. Okay, then we plug in 5. So I can actually highlight, enter, change the negative 5 to a positive 5, and we get negative 6. Okay, so then the point is 5, negative 6. All right, and then the last point we plug in 10. And then again, I can highlight, enter, and then I can change the 5 to a 10, and that's negative 8. Okay, so that's 10, negative 8. And then we're going to connect our points. All right, go ahead and finish up example 3. All right, let's take a look at the next example. Example 4. Okay, graph the function for the given domain. Okay, so we have our domain is -3, -2, -1, 0, and 1. So those are x values, and we're going to input those values into the function. So we're going to input -3. Now, whenever you square a number, it needs to be in parentheses. Okay, so I'm going to delete my work from the previous problem. I'm going to have parentheses -3 squared minus 3 is 6. And I'm going to highlight enter, change the -3 to a -2. And then I'm going to highlight enter, change the -2 to a -1. And then I'm going to highlight enter, change the -1 to a 0. And then I'm going to highlight enter one last time, change the 0 to a 1 and -2. All right. So our points are -3, 6, -2, 1, -1, -2, 0, -3, and 1, -2. Now you can see how these points are symmetric. So this is one space from the y-axis, so this is going to be one space. This is two spaces from the y-axis, so the new point will be two spaces. Here it's 3, so 1, 2, 3. And then there's your graph. All right, go ahead and finish up example 4. All right, graph the function y equals 1/2 x. There should be a division symbol right there. 1/2 x minus 3. So the slope is the number in front of x. So the slope is 1/2. So that's your rise or run. And your y-intercept is your b value, -3. So that's 0, -3. So let's start by graphing that point, 0, -3. It's right here. Now the slope, we go up 1 to the right 2. So we go up 1 to the right 2, 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 up 1 to the right 2. And there's your graph. All right, go and finish up example 6. All right, let's take a look at the next example. All right, example 7. Graph the function x plus y equals -4. Step 1, find the x-intercept, which is when y equals 0. So we're going to plug 0 into the function. So that's x plus 0 equals -4. Well, x plus 0 is just x, so x equals -4. So the y-intercept is -4, 0. So now we're going to graph the x-intercept. So that's -4, 0. Okay. Now, step 3, find the y-intercept. That's when x equals 0. So we're going to plug 0 into the function. So that's 0 plus y equals -4. Well, that means y equals -4. So the y-intercept is 0, -4. So we're going to graph the y-intercept. So that's 0, -4. Takes 2 points to have a line, so we connect those points. All right, go ahead and finish up example 7. All right. Take a look at example 8. Use a graphing calculator to find the value of f of x when x equals 8. So that means we plug in 8 for x, so that's f of 8 equals 1 divided by 4 times 8 minus 3. So let's plug that into our calculator. So control divide 1 divided by 4, parentheses 8 minus 3 equals -1. All right. Let's take a look at example 9. Using a graphing calculator to find the value of f of x when x equals -2 for the function -5 divided by 2 x squared minus 5. So we're going to plug -2 in for x. So that's f of -2 equals -5 divided by 2, parentheses -2 minus 5. Oh, almost forgot that's squared. All right, so we'll plug that into our calculator. Control divide -5 divided by 2, parentheses -2 squared minus 5 is -15. Okay. Go ahead and finish up example 9. And I believe that's the last example. So go ahead and finish that example up and start working on your HRW assignment and have a wonderful Wildcat day.